Was this no? Oh, you keep disconnecting. What's going on? I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, dropped connection over there for just a second. Might be a storm or something. I don't know what that is. Shoot down beehives from trees to retrieve honey wax. These are protected by their swarm. Okay. I love the combat. Explosive powder ball, metal scrap, stone. Not bad. Oh, this one's done. Oh, damn it, this one is done. Damn it. That's too far. Okay, well, we will go home. Kind of a slow day for mining. That's okay, though.
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Ready ranged weapon. Oh my god.
Approaching Stargate.
Wait, what just targeted me? It's a Stratios. Why? What the fuck are you doing?
Autopilot jumping. Autopilot disabled. Warp drive active.
Oh my god. Stop wasting ammo. Whatever. I'm learning, right? I don't like their bow system.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
The shadows are distractingly bad. I wish I could just turn them off entirely. There, that's better. Game looks better now. It's just, yeah. They think that this game wasn't like AI crafted, but it is. It's totally AI crafted and has a lot of AI in it. I like that. I actually don't mind the bow. I think it's good. It's got bullet drop stuff. I need to make a box, but I don't know how. I don't know how to make one, and that sucks. Like, how do I make a box? I don't know. Oh, storage. Here we go. String and twigs. Okay. No problem. Gotta get twigs. Oh yeah. Fucking stupid goat fell all the way down. Fucking idiot. I think it killed him too. It killed him. The fall definitely killed him. Oh my god, I want to build here. What if I just move the flame altar like right here where it's a much better view? Right? Or maybe I'll just make a second base right here. I mean, I don't really see why not. Oh look, what's that? The frames are just not good enough in quality, max quality. Wait, this is in DLSS. Quality, balance. Maybe balance would be good, a little bit better. No, well, I don't know yet. The music is so good. Twigs. I need 6 twigs. I don't. Oh, I didn't get any twigs. No. Plant fiber. Well, backpack full. How do I make a twig? Or how do I get a twig? Oh no. Twigs. Animal for Raleigh me, but I didn't get twigs. That is the twigs that I can't get. Salvage something. Twigs. No, the performance has to be better. It's annoying. Nope, far too blurry. It's still too blurry. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, that's better. No blurriness, and I can definitely see. Four out of 6 twigs. Twigs and stone. Fucking beautiful. God damn it. Oh, the frames aren't too good. I don't know, it's playing and that's what counts. The lock-on is like VATS, which I actually kind of like, frankly. Sick of like spending all my time worrying about aiming. What is this? That's corn. Hopefully I got enough there. I don't know, the frames. The frames are not too good. Why does FSR2 feel better? Oops. Oh good, I can cancel. Keep bumping my thing. FSR2 seems way better for some reason. That's weird. FSR2, FXAA. Let's just see what DLSS off is like. I think DLSS is probably the best, but I don't know. FFXA off, anti-aliasing off entirely. It's like this. Which, while it, yeah, the frames are okay. I think I just need a new card. So we'll go back to FSR2 DLSS and instead of quality, we'll go to balance, yeah, and see if we can get better frame rate there. Storage, workbench, string and twigs. No slot available in the backpack. Okay, well, I don't know what to... drop. I'm gonna have to lose something. I just don't know what. Let's lose the second stack of berries. Oh, thank God. Ah! That is not enough. Sure. String and twigs. I need those plant fibers. We'll make some string. And now twigs. I just need a couple more twigs and I can do another box. One twig. No ammo. There's the other twigs I need. I like this game. Look how dark it gets at night. It's awesome. There's like a castle up there. Another storage box. Put it right like... I don't know. Put it right there. Shift F, refill stacks. Okay, things I'm not going to use, right? want more arrows, like a lot more arrows. Perhaps chopping smaller trees might be a good way to do it. Let's see. Wood logs, wood logs, wood logs, but no twigs. I can't make twigs, can I? They should let you backwards compatible with the twigs. But also, I guess, like, searching for twigs is good exploration, too. And it does, like, lend itself. Stupid ass goat fell off the fucking mountain again. I need your materials, damn it. Oh, there's dead goats at the base of the mountain now. Oh, that hurts. Son of a bitch.
Autopilot engaged.
Why did my autopilot turn off? I don't really understand that.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I don't know you could do this.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to station. Warp drive active. Approaching station. Docking request accepted. Autopilot disabled.
Okay, enough work. I've got inventory and I've been building a lot. And so I'm just gonna go in and do some combat now. Do some exploration here. See what else is down in this fucking crypt. Right? This terribly foul crypt. Oh, cool, it's a chest, whatever it was. Like, I didn't get in here. Wood, 10 wooden arrows, not bad, yeah. Torn cloth, not bad. Torn cloth and strength. Oh, books and such. Nice, yeah, good stuff. Oh! Okay, I didn't know.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
Is there something down there? That'd be weird. I don't know. It's a great, great source of stone. so fucking cool. And how big is this fucking... How big is this map? How big is this map? This map is so big. What? How big does this go? Oh my god, it's a big world. Is that Flintstone? Okay. I am gonna get out of this ship and go in my council diplomatic shuttle to wherever it is that my Gila is. Gila. Gila. Yes, 45 jumps away. Yep. And, so I will... Or I could clone jump and just come back, I guess. That's one way to do this journey. Maybe I better think about that, right? So I have a whole bunch of skill points in jump clones. And I can jump to a dead clone in right where my ship is. And just, yeah, why not? And just take my take my Gila out of there and bring it here. And then in a day, that jump will be reset. And yeah, although I don't know if I can, yeah, I can jump from my clone right here. I'm fairly sure, yeah. I don't know if it'll let me, but I'll try. Let's see. So actually, I will leave the Council Diplomatic, leave ship. And then we're going to jump all the way across the universe in a second, which is way better than, you know, fucking... Yep, and I can just come back here and jump in the clone, but I'm trying to get to this one in Torio, or, yeah, wherever it is. Yep, jump. Please contact the station owner for assistance. The Clone Bay. So I guess you can't do that from here, so we'll go undock and sit in one of the stations. Yeah, the mining outpost. I think I could do it from there. Why not?
Warp drive active.
Fucking beautiful, frankly, even with the graphics turned down. I love my little tiny pod flying through space. It'd be so cool if life was actually like that. I want my own space ship. Although I don't know what I would do with it. If there was any money to be made, I would do transport. I would definitely be willing
Docking
to be
permission
a
requested.
space pilot
Docking request
transport person.
accepted.
Probably really deadly job, but. Okay, so good. I wanna go jump out of this clone if it'll let me. Yep, that worked. And that's good to know. Very good to know. Saved me a lot of time, right? Yep. And then I'll just autopilot where I'm going. Very good. And there's my nice, wonderful Gila. I just want to look at the insurance contract. We got 43 days left on this guy. Oh, no, it expired, did it? No, you say 43 days. Which insurance contract expired? Oh yeah, the ship in this station. Okay. So yeah, this is good. We'll set a set for my Mac, right where my Mac is. Yeah, and we're going right up there. Since there's no ice pop, I figured I would get some of my transport done. Look, I have 45 jumps to do. That'll take I don't know, with the autopilot, it'll be like an hour and a half, so, or whatever, like an hour. It's like an hour. I'll just get ready for combat here in case it happens for whatever reason.
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Oh cool, there's mining XP and stuff. Fucking sweet.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Cool, you can set markers and stuff. Oh, it's such a good game. Like, what's right there? I don't know, I have a broken tool.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh, the pacing's so good. I can do whatever I want. It's exactly like that game, Minecraft Fortnite Minecraft.
Autopilot jumping.
Oh, I was gonna repair. I forgot that. Oh, manual crafting, workbench, manual crafting, scaffold.
Warping to Stargate.
Oh,
Warp
okay.
drive active.
Oh, cool. You can make a scaffolding. Oh, cool, cool. Okay. Well, I need torn cloth. Okay, for a bed. String and wax. Okay.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Good, she's got a piece of crap armor now.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
Oh, cool. The sound got different. Fucking sweet.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
This will be a really fucking big bedroom.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I'll make the wall out of mycelium.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
Nice speed times 60. 13 minutes of arrested buff. Hells yeah. Gonna go pee real quick while she rests. I'll be
Warping
right
to
back.
Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Okay, much better. Comfort level is 8. Nice. And let's put a door.
Approaching
Comfort gets even
Stargate.
better. Oops. Doors. Oh, 2 wooden doors, which takes wood logs and metal scraps. Okay. Metal scraps. There we go. And we want to go get a door.
Autopilot jumping.
To... Okay.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Hells yeah. Where did my
Approaching
broken...
Stargate.
Oh, I see. It just repairs everything every time you go to the chest. I see. It just auto repairs for you. That's awesome. I see it now. Okay. Well, let's go hunting for twig. There's some twig stuff. Oh, yeah, there was that thing I was digging. Let's go to that. I like this a lot more than Minecraft. I think it's better.
Autopilot jumping.
What's down there, you know?
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
I like the aimbot. It's actually really fun. Oh no! Oh, you fucking... I don't think it's worth it. I do not want to die.
Autopilot jumping.
Magic damage bonus. Okay.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Now I want an offline version of this, and it'd be perfect, perfect.
Approaching Stargate.
I have like a bar and a half now.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
The hell is that? It's so cool. It's like Minecraft. It was like a vein of flint that ran really fucking deep, and I don't really understand what it's for, but I'm sure it's good for something.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I like the sound effects, it's good.
Approaching Stargate.
I think this game is so fun. You spend so much time here and have so much fun. I'm kind of obsessed with this idea that I could tunnel downwards. All the way down there. Why not? Let's see if we can do it. We're gonna Minecraft tunnel all
Autopilot
the way
jumping.
the fuck down there. And it has to be a very, very...
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Yep, and it'll start here. And I'm gonna do as like every once in a while, I'll come here and I'll dig a little bit further, right? Yep, like there. And I'll dump a whole stand bar. When I have a full stand bar, I'll come down there and I'll pump another few, and I'll build a tunnel that goes from like my base all the way to the bottom of this thing that's very
Approaching
direct
Stargate.
and very fast and kind of circumnavigates all of that height. It just digs all the way down to preferably somewhere down along the bottom there. Every once in a while you'd have to dig forward just to reach the edge, at which point you would dig you would dig out, I don't know what you would do to do this, but I'm gonna try and dig down and then forward and then down and then forward and then down
Autopilot
and then forward
jumping.
and then down and then forward, and eventually hopefully I'll break out somewhere down there where I could just freely, hopefully
Warping to Stargate.
freely
Warp
freely
drive
walk
active.
between the base and the shroud. I think that'd be so cool. But I mean, with a wingsuit, who cares? It's more about how do you get back up? How do you get back up from that angle? I don't think I see an easy one. They want me to make a connection over there somewhere by the bridge, I think. Yep, and as I recall, you can. There's like a whole way down there and a whole way up, but yeah. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I still have like that shroud. Still has secrets, I think. So we're gonna go look at that. Yeah,
Approaching
right now,
Stargate.
it doesn't matter what I do. Yeah. I think. Oh, I think now I have like yeah, good. Yep, help bar. And good that thing. And yep, and good water. And my stam got improved a bit. And I've got water, food, health, and mushroom. All flue slots are occupied. Okay. Let's go see if there's anything else in the fucking fog that I missed. I don't think there is, but
Autopilot
yeah.
jumping.
And we see that there is a possibility. What is that stuff? Let's see. Oops. This is mycelium.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I'm gonna line the walls with. I'm gonna line the walls in my bedroom with this. The frame rate's good. Frame rate's been playing better now that it's rendered and everything.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I forgot that I dug deep here. Yeah, yeah. Let's see where this is going, huh? Like, yeah, like what's going on with this, man? Let's go that direction. This is stone at this point. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I'm not even getting mycelium out of that. Yeah. Oh God, how do you get out? Oh yeah, you can get out, but yeah, it's like it's not really going anywhere. But that looks like it might actually go somewhere. So let's dig that one.
Autopilot jumping.
It's almost gross. It's like the shroud's like wall.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I just wanted to see if there was anything, and there wasn't, but that was cool. Yeah, definitely.
Approaching Stargate.
What's in there? It's just stone. It's not even mycelium.
Autopilot jumping. Warping
Yeah,
to
and then you
Stargate.
like I see
Warp
now.
drive
You can mine out
active.
for mycelium if you want. Oh, that was all I got. That was like all I got. Interesting stuff. I broke my thing. Wow. Why does it look red? Oh, because it was like rendering? Yeah.
Approaching Stargate.
So I want to repair.
Autopilot jumping.
Wow, they ripped off Valheim a lot.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
Wow. What is that giant building? Gotta look into a wingsuit.
Autopilot jumping.
Glider. String, shroud
Warping
spores,
to
animal
Stargate.
fur, and
Warp
shroud
drive
wood.
active.
I don't know what shroud wood is. Oh, shroud is probably... Well, shroud wood is probably wood from the shroud, which is crazy. Can you even get shroud wood? Not from this, no. Shroud wood. Yeah, there are no trees in Enshrouded there. So shroud wood is a whole thing. I'll have to go into the fog to get shroud wood, I guess. Now it's late.
Approaching Stargate.
Let's go get rebuffed again. Let's see again. Yeah. 13 minutes, that's all you have to
Autopilot
do.
jumping.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. They're smart. The 76 takes way too long to buff.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
What's up, you? And I'm full? No, I'm not full at all. No. What up? Health potions. Nice.
Autopilot
Maybe I should
jumping.
put those on my bar then.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Beautiful.
Approaching Stargate.
Yep, fog looks fucking sweet. I want to be daunting and beautiful like that. Frames are doing okay. How's this doing? Nice, we're 15 jumps away now.
Autopilot jumping.
It's an extraction game.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
Dawn. Here's more Shroud that I could explore, I suppose, that I didn't really do.
Autopilot jumping.
Oh, that's daunting. What the hell else is here? This is a door. Oh, I think I did this. I killed them, but... Let's...
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
What is that? Alchemist Theories, nice new lore page.
Approaching
Oh,
Stargate.
what's that sound? Oh, cool. I picked the lock and I got bandages. Nice, yep. I love this fucking game. Even the light is a thing. Wood logs and torn cloth. Oops, that is not my...
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Oh, I guess the pickaxe is much better at breaking stuff. I didn't know that.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh, but here I can drop the timer here.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
Health potion. Good shit.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
There is wood right there.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
Six logs, nice. It was worth it. Ah, I think
Warping
the
to
chest.
Stargate.
The axe might be
Warp
good for the
drive
chest.
active.
Yeah. Can you climb or whatever? Yeah. I have to wait. I was hoping for metal, but I got wood logs. That's fine. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's worth it. Ooh, look, there's more. Nice, 6 more logs. I know wood will be good for something. It's all good for something. That's death. What if I can get up there?
Approaching Stargate.
Yeah, it appears that I can. Alright, let's see about that. Can't seem to do it that way.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Ah! Reminds me of Dark Souls, but that's alright. I don't mind that, actually. God damn it, it's so annoying.
Approaching Stargate.
Health potion. Yeah, the axe just... Oh yeah, you didn't take it? No, you didn't take it.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Ooh.
Approaching Stargate.
Wait, this one wasn't a problem, it was that one. Yes, that's not a problem, it's the... It's reaching this that's a problem, so... And bypassing it would be nice if we could just bypass it right the fuck here.
Autopilot jumping.
Yes, I don't have to do that stupid ass jumping puzzle every time I want to get up here. Right.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
She's out of stamina as part of it. Oh. Oh, she can get up that. Totally fine. Yeah. I can even make it look like a little bit smoother, so it's like you can just almost run up it, you know? Yep, you just come running over, and you go, whoop, whoop. Yeah, that little chunk right there could be a little smoother. Right.
Approaching Stargate.
Yep, and there's my path up. Okay. I love this game. I love this game. I love the sense of exploration. I love that I found something when I looked. I think it's amazing. They hand drew all of it.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I believe I can blow that house up, and I will.
Approaching Stargate.
What the hell? God damn it. Stupid tree. Ouch.
Autopilot
Not
jumping.
dying to the fucking bees. That's not happening.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
That chest looks like it's worth a lot. I didn't know you could kill it. That's stone. All that is stone? Oh, it's flintstone.
Autopilot jumping.
That metal looks good. Nice, I'm only 3 jumps away.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Metal's rare. I've not found much of it.
Approaching Stargate.
Metal scraps too. It was worth it. It was really worth it.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
You just can't do it, huh? I'm not seeing damage pop. Oh yeah, well maybe, yeah. But see, can I make the whole building fall is the problem. I don't know. I don't think so.
Approaching Stargate.
Let's try. It's interesting, because it looks like I can maybe make it fall and get, like, a lot of stuff, but I want to just see if I can get it, you know, see if I can make that happen. I think I want to make a trip back because all my tools are broken, and I don't have my rested buff anymore, so my stamina sucks, and I can't get as far as I want as fast, so I'm just going to go back. Learn the world and love the world. I love the world already. I like this world. I think it's got a lot of personality and handwritten stuff in it, which I do like. One wonders if I can just wail on this thing, maybe. Oh, broke my pickaxe. Alright, well, good on it. We'll keep going and looking. Wow, yeah, the fog looks fucking sweet.
Approaching Stargate.
I guess the berries are the only direct way to actually heal. But they work. They do work. Now I'm resting. I have my
Autopilot
nice
jumping.
stam bonus. We'll go back over there. Man, what else is up there? Is there other things?
Warping
there
to
are.
station.
There's like things.
Warp drive active.
I don't know. What was I trying to do? I was like trying to get up over there. And I was making some progress too. I don't really understand how you level in this game. It must be fighting. I mean, technically I should break this, I think. Oh, I didn't repair, son of a bitch. At least I'm still up and not down. I'm gonna go back.
Approaching station.
Okay, so good. Now I want to go see if yep, I wanted to repair everything.
Docking request accepted.
I drank a health potion, which was kind of
Autopilot
ill-advised,
disabled. Waypoint reached.
Yep, nice. Hey, cool. Oh, hey, I have stuff in here. That's cool. So now we're gonna go to, yeah, we're gonna jump out of this inventory, leave the Gila, leave shit, and then we will go to character sheet, to my set that's in Munery, undock.
Warp drive active.
Oh, this station looks fucking sweet. That looks so cool coming in.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, so we want to go to here and get yeah, back into that set. Nice. And I'm back in my set. Now we will go to where my ships are. have my buffs and stuff. Yep, stamina buffs. Let's see if we can knock this whole house down. I think you're supposed to blast it, but I don't care. Is that like a load-bearing stair? I think it is. We have to break the junction at the bottom.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
Let's listen to what this guy has to say. It's almost a test of their physics system in a way. I think this fucking thing is still load bearing, so we're gonna break it. Fucking annoying.
Okay, so then number 3 for my top 5 ways to earn Iskin High Sec is then Triglavian hunting. And this is something that I think is really fun to do if you have like really good battleship skills, because you can do this solo. This is a very good activity to do if you want to like flex your marauders and really push their tank to the limits, because it's not like too easy to do these, but if you have a really tanked marauder, like a high tier battleship, this is a very good activity to do to get some serious ISK. You can earn like minimum 100 million ISK an hour doing this, but depending on the kind of Triglavians you find, you can sometimes get 200-300 million ISK an hour. It depends a little bit on RNG, but I would say minimum 100 million ISK an hour, but you can very well get a lot more than that. And basically how it works is that you got these systems here, that Porchman systems, and if you just look in the middle of high sec, you can occasionally see like these red dots. Like you see this red dot right here as a Porchman system in the middle of high sec. I'm not talking about these null sec systems right here, but in high sec, these are Porchman systems. And what you do is you just take a scanning frigate and go like to adjacent high sec systems that are pretty near.
Thank you, Ace-Face, for the excellent content for my stream. I've liked to sub to your channel.
Yeah, to this Porchman system, like in terms of absolute distance. So I could go to this cat system below, maybe Derentel system. And I'll do is I'll just go to these systems and use my D-scan. I've got this filter for Triglavians, and I'll just scan for Triglavians when I go past the systems. And if I find Triglavians, then that means that this is a Triglavian system, or a system that's been invaded by Triglavians. And what that means is that there's going to be like a special wormhole in that system, a Porchman wormhole. And you can confirm that by then using your scanning frigate to scan it down. If you find a Porchman wormhole, then you know, oh yeah, that system is being invaded by Triglavians. So what you do then is that, what I do is I take my marauder then to that system and I just beat up Triglavians. And after the Triglavians have then been destroyed, you salvage them, and the salvage you get from the Triglavians is really good, really damn good. Like, it sells for a lot. I've made videos on this and it's just so good. And I've done it in my Golem. It's
Lattice
really an amazing
locked.
activity to do if you want to just, you love your marauders a lot. You can just go and just absolutely annihilate these Triglavians and get some really good ISK. But it is a pretty high barrier to entry right there. It's not like a super easy barrier to entry. It's you need some pretty good skills. But if you don't have good skills, or you want to do this anyway, you can always go into the EDI public channel. This one right here. It's EDI-public. And these guys here, they run fleets hunting these Triglavian guys. And they've got a Discord as well you can join. And they quite often do fleets here, and there's the guy who owns this, or the main leader here is this guy here, Prospector Shiplock. He is very friendly. All these guys here are actually very friendly, and they do these kind of fleets. And when you're in a fleet, it'll be a lot safer because you're like a lot of people, you're going to kill the Triglavians very quickly, and they tend to also have a lot of like logistics ships as well that can like shield boost you a lot, so you will very unlikely die there too. So really, if you want to just get a taste for this, or you want to do this with other people, definitely join the EDI public channel. I've done it, and they're very friendly people. And they also mostly talk in German. Like, they're mostly German people here, but they do talk in English as well when like there's English people there. So this is a good way to do this Triglavian hunting if you don't want to invest in a really powerful marauder, or at least upfront. Alright, so what is then number 2 then, my method of earning ISK in high sec? Well, it's sort of...
It was a good tip, and I learned, but I don't think that's me.
So I'll start with then number 5, what I think is then like number 5 to earn ISK in high sec. Well, that is combat exploration, or DED hunting. And it is basically that you go around in high sec and you look for these so-called DED sites. There are different ways you can get DED sites. One is if you get an escalation. So if you see these anomalies here, there are certain types that can get escalations when you can complete them. So a hideaway, a refuge, and a den can get an escalation to a
Hideaway, refuge,
so-called
and den.
DED site. Now, what's so special about these DED sites? Well, the thing is, the DED sites is like a special type of combat site, like one of these anomalies, but you can't see it on the probe scanner. And they have often some form of boss or some kind of loot can that gives very good, or potentially very good loot. You can get some very good loot because you can get some faction drops, like for example a multi-spectrum shield hardener, Python C-type multi-spectrum shield hardener. This is one of the best you can get from these 4 out of 10, what they're called, DED sites in high sec. There's 3 out of 10s, there's 5 out of 10s even, but they're different forms of DED sites. These can be got by getting escalations from these anomalies in high sec, and they have the potential of getting very good loot because you can get these faction drops like that. Python C-type multi-spectrum shield hardened. You can get many other types as well. You can also get DED sites by scanning down cosmic signatures, like with using the core probe scanners. You can use them to then scan them down. If you see any cosmic signatures here, there aren't any here right now. You can also find DED sites that way. The thing is, you get the most amount of ISK. The reason why the drops you get from these DED sites are very expensive is not because the DED sites are particularly hard. Usually, most people, alphas, easily can run these DED sites. The thing is, it's just they're not too easy to come by. Like, you don't always get an escalation when you do these anomalies right here. In fact, they're quite rare, and it's quite hard to find them in a cosmic signature as well. Like, it's not at all particularly easy to find them. Sometimes you can be lucky, but it's not always super easy to just come by them like that. And also, the drops that you can get from these DED sites, they can sometimes also be quite crap as well. They can sometimes be good, like this faction module over here, but they can also sometimes just drop nothing or hardly anything. So it's very RNG dependent, and it's not my favorite way to earn ISK, and that's why it's at number 5. But it is like a very adrenaline rushing activity when you actually get the good drops. It's like really a good feeling right there. So that's also a thing that I really like about this activity. And another thing is just that it's got a very low barrier of entry. So as I said before, the most difficulty is just to get these DED sites. The actual DED sites themselves are not really particularly hard to run. Very easy. These anomalies are very easy to run as well. Alphas can easily do them without any issue. So then number 4 then. My number 4 method of earning ISK in Highsec, what would that be? Well, it would be these so-called live events. Live events. What are live events? Well, it is like different seasons of EVE Online, seasons of the year or seasons of the game. They usually have these so-called live events, like a special event for a limited amount of time. For example, often during the autumn time or around the October time, there's got this Blood Raider events, for example, where these Blood Raiders have some kind of special site, which you'll see here. It's now currently not October, so you don't see them here. But for example, during the Christmas time, you'll see sometimes these Yule events where these Sancha or some other type of NPCs, they attack like New Eden, and they have these kind of special sites you can walk to here in the overview, and they usually drop very good ISK, and they usually have it's usually very profitable to do these kind of sites. And I think it's pretty interesting because there's often a boss that you need to kill in these sites, and you can then, if you do the most damage to this boss, you'll then get the right to the loot, and you can potentially get good loot there. And it's also, the thing I think is quite interesting is because there's a bit of aspect of competition, you could say. Like, doing the most amount of damage to this boss can be quite a competitive task when there's a lot of other players who want to take it out as well. So it'll be sort of a competition to who does the most amount of damage to get the right to the loot. So I think it's quite interesting there how you have a bit of competition going on as well. It's not just you automatically get to that. The PvE site usually isn't the most difficult thing. It's usually also a bit of a challenge to actually outcompete other players. I think that's very fun and rewarding to do. Okay, so then number 3 for my top 5 ways to earn ISK in Highsec is then Triglavian hunting. And this is something that I think is really fun to do if you have really good battleship skills, because you can do this solo. This is a very good activity to do if you want to flex your marauders and really push their tank to the limits, because it's not too easy to do these, but if you have a really tanked marauder, or at least up front, alright, as well. Okay, so what would I say? Do them without any issue. So then events, live events. What are seasons of the year or seasons of the game? They usually have these so-called live events, like a special event for a limited amount of time, and you look for these so-called DED sites. There are different ways you can get DED sites. One is if you get an escalation. So if you see these anomalies here, there are certain types that can get escalations when you can complete them. So a hideaway, a refuge, and a den.
Hideaway, refuge, and den. Hideaway, refuges, and dens, right?
you can get an escalation to a so-called DED site. Now, what's so special about these DED sites? Well, the thing is, the DED sites is like a special type of combat site, like one of these anomalies, but you can't see it on the probe scanner. And they have often some form of boss or some kind of loot can that gives very good or potentially very good loot. You can get some very good loot because you can get some faction drops, like for example a multi-spectrum shield hardener, Pitham C-type multi-spectrum
Docking
shield
request
hardener. This is one of
accepted.
the best you can get from these 4 out of 10 what they're called DED sites in HiSec. There's 3 out of 10s, there's 5 out of 10s even, but they're different forms of DED sites. These can be got by getting escalations from these anomalies in HiSec, and they have the potential of getting very good loot because you can get these faction drops like that Pitham C-type multi-spectrum shield hardener. You can get many other types as well. You can also get DED sites by scanning down cosmic signatures, like with using the core probe scanners. You can use them to then scan them down. If you see any cosmic signatures here, there aren't any here right now. You can also find DED sites that way. The thing is, you get the most amount of ISK. The reason why the drops you get from these DED sites are very expensive is not because the DED sites are particularly hard. Usually, most people, alphas, easily can run these DED sites. The thing is, it's just they're not too easy to come by. Like, you don't always get an escalation when you do these anomalies right here. In fact, they're quite rare, and it's quite hard to find them in a cosmic signature as well. Like, it's not at all particularly easy to find them. Sometimes you can be lucky, but it's not always super easy to just come by them like that. And also, the drops that you can get from these DED sites, they can sometimes also be quite crap as well. They can sometimes be good, like this faction module over here, but they can also sometimes just drop nothing or hardly anything. So it's very RNG dependent, and it's not my favorite way to earn ISK, and that's why it's at number 5. But it is like a very adrenaline rushing activity when you actually get the good drops. It's like really a good feeling right there. So that's also a thing that I really like about this activity. And another thing is just that it's got a very low barrier of entry. So as I said before, the most difficulty is just to get these DED sites. The actual DED sites themselves are not really particularly hard to run. Very easy. These anomalies are very easy to run as well. Alphas can easily do them without any issue. So then number 4 then. Number 4 method of earning ISK. What would that be? Well, it would be these so-called live events. Live events. What are live events? Well, it is like different seasons of EVE Online, like seasons of the year or like seasons of the game. They usually have these so-called live events, like a special event for a limited amount of time. For example, often during the autumn time or around the October time, there's all these Blood Raider events, for example, where these Blood Raiders have some kind of special site, which you'll see here. It's now currently not October, so you don't see them here. But for example, during the Christmas time, you'll see sometimes these Yule events where these Sancha or some other type of NPCs, they attack like New Eden, and they have these kind of special sites you can walk to here in the overview, and they usually drop very good ISK, and they usually have it's usually very profitable to do these kind of sites. And I think it's pretty interesting because there's often a boss that you need to kill in these sites, and you can then, if you do the most amount of damage to this boss, you'll then get the right to the loot.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another EVE Online solo mining
Thank you,
video.
Jake Leet, for the excellent concert for my
In
stream.
this
I'd
one,
like to sub
we're
your
pretty much
channel.
just hunting rare ore in 0.5 systems. But let me get these guys down, these rats down. I'll kind of give you an idea of how to go about finding this stuff. But this is a good way, actually, to, if you find the right ones that no one's kind of occupying. Like this is a rock type right here. You can get isogen. So basically isogen is available in HiSec if you know where to look. But yeah, once I get these rats down and everything, I'll kind of give you an idea how I go about looking for this stuff. And I'll try to get as much of this as I can, so you can in the endurance. So I usually have these 0.5 systems that have a 0.4 connection for low sec bookmarked. I just have them bookmarked like rare 0.5 and then the system name. And use the ore anomaly page in the agency to see if there's any active anomalies, which gives you a good idea if they're up, and then it just takes a little bit of traveling. But I prefer this kind of mining to get like isogen, zydrane, megasite, stuff like that, over mining in low sec. So essentially what I have, I'll go with fit 2. Let's get these drones in. So essentially what I'm running is a miner 2 and then a improved cloaking device. My mids are a multi-spectrum shield hunter 2 and then a micro-repellent enduring afterburner, a 1 MN. And then I run a sensor booster with the ECCM script in it, a service scanner, and then 3 mining lasers mining laser upgrades in the lows. And then I'm carrying Hornet 2s, but you can carry pretty much any drone type for whatever area you're in. I'm usually in Greece's space, so that's kind of why I'm doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn all this stuff off. I don't have any mining competition right now in this system. There's some people out there ratting. Lock this down. We'll see what's kind of. We got some jet ochre here too, so all this stuff is actually pretty useful. So this right here, Noxium. So we'll try to get this as well, and then this one's pretty good as well. I'm going to try to get as much of this as possible, and there's enough systems in this. There's enough stations in the system. We should be able to get a compression. Let's filter this, reproc. So we have docking access here. That is reproc, or so we'll be able to do compression there. It works. I'm going to save this location. I usually save my compression as calm, just so when I'm in the system, I can easily. So we'll basically like mine this. I will mine until the endurance is completely full, and then we'll go to that station, we'll compress it, come back out, and we'll just try to get as much of this stuff off grid as we can. But I know I wanted to kind of do a video over this rare ore. I use the endurance because the drones can just be annoying, especially in Greece's space where they actually can target jam you, and you have to keep like looking for a gap and select the target. It's just easier to actually use the endurance and have those drones and just get them out of the way. But while we're mining this, I'll kind of go over how I kind of do this. So I'll go to the agency, go to resource harvesting, go or anomaly, and then I'll usually select high sec and then any distance. You're looking for basically a 0.5 system with a 0.4 low sec. So for instance, let's go here, view this on map, we'll see these systems here. So as you can see, this system, it has a 0.3. You need to be like 0.4 or lower. And then this one down here also has a 0.4 connection. So I save these two systems as possible rare spawns for this. Whenever you get one jump away from the system, you will see this. You'll see the anomaly over here too. But once you get into system with the actual anomaly, it will not show up here anymore. You'll still be able to see it there. But what you want is this Empire border. This Empire border rare asteroids. It's going to show up on your all tab. So the second you actually get to a system that has it, I just right click on it and add it to your mining overview. It'll show up system wide. So you're actually able to get in the system and walk straight to it. So we don't have bookmarking in rocks necessarily. We'll just kind of keep mining and killing rats as needed. I do almost always prioritize this type because of the isogen. And then we want to get Crocite for the Noxium, because we can get Mexilon, Pyrite from all that other stuff. Jet Ochre, good for Noxium. Jet Ochre is actually very better for Noxium. We'll probably do that over Crocite. We need both of them actually. And then this one's going to be your Zydrane, and then this one up here, Megasite. So you can come out here in like any ship you want, mining wise. A Mackinaw even, you can come out here in a Mackinaw, throw mining drones on this thing, do whatever you gotta do. But essentially, if you, I just use the endurance because it's faster, because I always kind of check multiple systems a day to see if I can find them. But essentially, if you find like a good anomaly like this, you don't have to go to low sec to mine. You just how it is. I'm actually glad that they added these. So we're just gonna kind of go around and around and around and kind of slowly fill up. So let's see, this is we have about 8,700 volume left, so we'll kill this rock. And I think we'll get the jet ochre next, which means that after the jet ochre we might be able to go compress, and then we'll come back out here for the crocite. I'm hoping I can grab all this. This one will take a while to get down because it's like 33,000
In high
cubic
sec, who
meters.
cares?
We already have some. I hit one anomaly that had a few. Had like 8,000 cubic meters. So we've already kind of got a little bit of a stockpile going. And then so normally what I'll do is after I do like a bunch of mining with this and everything, and I get everything compressed and I'm, you know, close to, I mean, you're not going to fill up with compressed ore. If you were out here long enough and going around New Eden looking for this stuff long enough to fill up 19,000 cubic meters of compressed of this stuff, you could be out for a while. But usually, when I get a good amount of it is when I will kind of take it to wherever I'm staging the rest of my ore and kind of drop it off there. But yeah, I figured I'd make this episode all about I've done a video and a short going over this strategy, but I figured since we have been doing a lot of different demonstrations and stuff like that for solo mining, the video that I go over this, it's really just kind of hitting the high points. I just talk about the strategy of finding it. But in this video, this episode particularly, I wanted to make sure that I just show real world mining of this stuff. You definitely want to be compressing stuff because if we can get all of this anomaly right here, I'd call it good. I would have no problem. That'd be a good run on the rare stuff. And somebody's already been out here. There was some rest out here. Maybe I'll go around for that. I did try to do this. I have done these in the prospect before, but the problem is the prospect, especially in Greece, the space, it can just kind of orbit the rock with its cards and a lot of damage. The problem is whenever our targets drop, it just gets obnoxious. So endurance kind of wins out over here. The prospect's going to have a little bit more better yield, but this works just fine. And we're still checking D-scan. I got it set to 360, 14.3, but I'm not really seeing any mining going on. So it's kind of slowly filling up. I carry a service scanner because you want to kind of know. I carry a survey scanner just because I like knowing how big the rocks are and how my progress is going. I don't necessarily like flying blind. I think this is this rare ore is something that I think a lot of people who operate in low sec and people who operate in high sec, mostly newer miners who want to get into any stuff kind of overload. But in conjunction with doing normal high sec mining and then doing the rare ore mining, here and there, going out and checking certain systems once a day or whatever, finding a good anomaly like this, it unlocks a lot of possibilities for what you can actually make. And we'll explore kind of the other facets of acquiring materials as well. As far as Tech 2 manufacturing, we definitely are going to want to get into moon mining because moon mining is going to give us a lot of stuff required for invention. And then also we're going to want to do like data sites and things like that. And look, we got a couple of retrievers come out here, so they're going to suck down this thing pretty quick. What are they on? Yeah, they're on the jet ogre, so they're at that Noxium. I'm really kind of after, I intend to use more isogen, but we'll see how this all goes. That jet ogre is 82. So they're going to cut that down pretty quick, probably within a couple cycles. I think if you can bring out like a barge or anything, where you're gonna do this a lot quicker. But I'm actually pretty happy with kind of where we're already going. And they got mining drones on there, retrievers as well. Don't mind me, a little endurance, kind of doing our thing. It is competitive, that's the thing. It's very, very, very competitive. For the people that know about it and stuff. And once all these rocks are gone out of this, the thing on the overview will disappear. And I'm not quite sure about what the respawn is. What it happens is it basically goes. They select another system that follows the criteria of being a 0.5 or less security connection. And they pick one of those systems and they populate it, which you can just then go back to the agency. Because if you just go to the star map right here and just find like a 0.5 that has a low set connection, it doesn't always mean it's going to have an anomaly. That's why we use the anomaly part of the agency to confirm, because high technology doesn't have anomalies. They typically like star systems, but they're actually not like war anomalies, they're like training anomalies. So if you see a high 0.5 with an anomaly and then you look at it in the map and it has that low set connection, you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to have this little thing going on. It is unfortunate though that
Autopilot
we have
engaged.
these retrievers show up, but that's how it goes, and that's what you can expect by doing this. You're going to have competition.
Warp drive active.
That's how that goes. See. Oh, I'm too far away from that. I guess that's why the jet over is not updating. Service when we reset to 23. Jet over is not away. So I can imagine that thing is going to be dead pretty soon. He's on this one right here, though, that 33,000 cubic meter. No one's on the Crocite, so we're on this one. I'm going to say that. I might have to go to this one next. We have Mega Site in it, purely Mega Site, whereas this one has, I don't know, I really need the Noxium though. So yeah, I think we'll probably try to hit this one, eventually.
Approaching
And I'm just
Stargate.
using like miner's courtesy. I'm not going to go up there and mine the rocks that are on. That's just common courtesy in terms of mining etiquette. So we'll get Crocite. And that's the reason they're not like, I mean, obviously people are going to like mine your rock and stuff like that, but like, I think these guys understand that too. That's the rule. So they probably have their own manufacturing needs as well. So scan, we got to be getting pretty close on this. 1500, do about a little over 2 cycles.
The light effect is beautiful. Look at that. That looks so good.
607 cubic meters every minute. So it's slow and steady wins the race. But I'm really jealous of these guys. Like, yeah.
Autopilot
I came
jumping.
I came probably like 18 jumps out here for this one. But yeah. Maybe I'll get this one where ores in them. I can just like find out.
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Here and you can just shuttle and check. That'd be expensive though. It's essentially like committing like 300 mil per potential spawn location. This video probably won't be as long as my last one. My last one was 2 hours, only because we killed the asteroid belt. This one, I'm pretty much going to mine everything we can, add this anomaly, and that'll probably be it for the video. I really did want to cover this at some point in this series so that everybody is aware of how to find this stuff.
I think that blue stuff's probably
What I'll
valuable.
do is, once this goes down, we got about
Approaching
waste
Stargate.
as well, so okay, so we got 300. We're gonna go half cycle, and then we can pretty much jump straight over to the Crocite. Crocite's actually pretty big, 16,000 cubic meters. We can get a lot of, if we can manage to get that, that would be a lot of Noxium. Switch over. We can hold about 9,000 cubic meters before we have to go and compress.
Autopilot jumping.
I think they're running Tech 1 because they're not killing it too fast right there.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Dude, okay, this guy is okay, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what these guys do. They might jump on the Alldayerrydaybaby, whatever you want to call it, together.
Something's in right there.
Or he might go for the for this one up here.
Approaching Stargate.
Or they could probably also just go after my precious program. But I kind of just do this as like, you know, we're stockpiling. Like, you know, we're stockpiling material for manufacturing at a later date. So these guys are actively going for right now. I'm not as proud on that. If I can fill up at least, that'd be cool. I'll probably continue doing this a little bit tonight. It's one of those nice things to do. It's like, you know, you go and you kind of find a target system, and you go out there, see if there's anything to be had. You mine what you can while you can, and when it's gone, you know, repeat the process.
Autopilot jumping.
I'm not really doing anything in like, especially myself. This character in.
Mine every valuable material.
Warping to Stargate.
So,
Warp drive
Swinglands. I got
active.
salt.
but we that
Is this a salt mine?
get over. We really. Jesus. It only went down 100. No way.
Huh. What's this?
Let's look at you.
It's a flame shine.
Run like civilian
Spark.
strip miners. Feel like the yield should be a lot more than it is, unless my service scanner is just super delayed. It probably would be beneficial. Like, I don't really
Approaching
run
Stargate.
most of the time. Every time going from each of these systems that I kind of check, I always have safer route picked. You always want to have safer route picked. You just don't have to go through like low state. You don't have to. So technically, I could bring like a Mackinac. It would just take longer to go from each system to check them.
Yep.
But then again, you could also just kind of hang out. Like if I'm done mining after this one is done, I could kind of just dock up here, and then after reset, come back on, see if another one's there. I do kind of need to test that and kind of see what the behavior. Okay, so yeah, 300. I think what I saw was the mining drone update, but I didn't see his strip miner update. So that rock is done. 3 rocks left.
Oh, you can fast travel. Fucking sweet.
What did he jump onto?
Autopilot jumping.
So many mining drones. Yeah, he jumped on this one right here. Good old miners everything. I appreciate that.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I'm okay with taking my crocite because really my goal doing this tonight was to go out and find isogen and noxium, which I will have done. So, and then I got Zydrine here, so I'd say it's a successful little expedition. Having something more than a miner too. I mean, obviously, like I'm using the endurance for, logistics purposes, for travel purposes. But these guys, if these guys just live in this system and kind of just hang out here and they just only mine this stuff when it kind of comes around, that's a good setup too. It really just depends on what your need is.
Approaching Stargate.
Mine range of everything, yeah. Let's go and do a little scan, see how they're doing. They should still be on the rocks. I'm hoping. I just want to make sure I can like fill up, and then go compress and come back out and hit it again before everything kind of dies. But they should be on them for a while, especially that other one. This one right here is 24,000 cubic meters. It started at like 33, so I don't know.
Autopilot jumping.
Retriever is, but and it couldn't even. They could potentially just be running. I'm pretty sure they're running strip 1 miners, but then they're like actual mining skills.
Warping to Stargate.
0.5
Warp
systems that have a
active.
0.4 connection for low sec. I'm occupying. Like this is a rock type right here. You can get isogen. So basically, isogen is available in high sec if you know where to look. But once I get these rats down and everything, I'll kind of give you an idea how I go about looking for this stuff. And I'll try to like get as much of this as I can. So as you can see, I'm in the endurance. So I usually have these 0.5 systems that have a 0.4 connection for low sec bookmarked. I just have them bookmarked like
Approaching
rare 0.5
Stargate.
and then the system name. And then I essentially use the ore anomaly page in the agency to see if there's any active anomalies, which gives you a good idea if they're up. And then it just takes a little bit of traveling. But I prefer this kind of mining to get like isogen, Zydrine, megasite, stuff like that, over mining and in low sec. So essentially what I have, I'll go with the fit 2. Let's get these drones in. So essentially what I'm running is a miner 2 and then a improved cloaking device. My mids are a multi-spectrum shield hunter 2 and then a micro-repellent enduring afterburner, a 1 MN. And then I run a sensor booster with the ECCM script in it, a service scanner, and then 3 mining lasers mining laser upgrades in the lows. And then I'm carrying Hornet 2s, but you can carry pretty much any drone type
Autopilot
for whatever
jumping.
area you're in. I'm usually in Grease's space, so that's kind of why I'm doing
Autopilot
this.
disabled.
I'm gonna go ahead
Waypoint
and
reached.
turn all this stuff off. I don't have any mining competition right now in this system. There's some people that they're ratting. Lock this down. Let's see what kind of. We got some jet ochre here too. So all this stuff is actually pretty useful. So this right here, noxium. So we'll try to get this as well. And then this one's pretty good as well. I'm going to try to get as much of this as possible. And there's enough systems in this. There's enough stations in the system. We should be able to get a compression. Let's filter this, repros. So
Warp
we have
drive
docking access
active.
here.
I learned a lot from that, yeah.
What's up, guys, and welcome back for another solo mining episode 70. We're gonna be doing some Orca drone
He's got my mic. That's awesome.
mining today, mostly just because I spent most of the day working with kind of trying to work with different accounts and stuff like that, see how much I could get online while still maintaining my quality standard of 4K. A lot of my findings for that have been pretty much like, if I want to go to like 3 characters, 2 minors, and like an orca or whatever, I'm pretty much waiting on my graphics card upgrade at this point, and a lot of it has to do with just VRAM. Just 8 gigs is just not enough these days for pretty much anything, especially at 4K. But we'll get
4K
there.
4K is nice.
You know, that's the goal in the next few months is get better internet, better graphics card, you know, have all the things I need to be fully, fully committed to 4K content in EVE and make everything look as pretty as possible. But we've covered quite a bit in terms of mining this week, but I feel like today, and I've been doing my best to try to make solo mining kind of a daily thing. There's a lot of production that goes in, you know, it's like I'm already doing a lot of mining, so, you know, the mining footage and, you know, that stuff is not a big deal, but I just wish that we could see quite a bit more in terms of like added features or quality of life or whatever the case may be for industry in EVE Online. I know that it's been a minute since we've really ever actually gotten to see any significant changes. I mean, last year was pretty much a very big focus on Havoc. I think it's still a major focus for them. I would love to just sit here and be like, this is what I want to see for industry in 2024, but the confidence, I just don't have a very big confidence level that they're going to be all that concerned about adding things to mining or industry. The mining ship pass was arguably decent, probably one of the more decent things that I've seen come out of a patch in terms of mining, but I think that the mining ships in and of themselves are fine. I think that there really doesn't need to be any sort of balance patch with those. I think they did a pretty good job kind of reworking those things. Onboard compression is awesome. It has made so many things so much easier, because I remember a time when there was just, you know, we didn't have that, and, you know, mining a system came down to either putting your own compression in, using someone else's, or traveling to other systems to do your compression. So yeah, onboard compression has been a big game changer. Now, do I think that rock could be a little bit bigger? Absolutely. I mean, more recently, like, one of the big reasons that ice prices tanked so much was because they increased the volume of the ice rocks in anomalies, or the ice in anomalies. I think that seeing bigger rocks in other areas of the game would be very nice. I'm not sure it would change a whole lot for high-sec mining. It would take obviously longer to take down a asteroid belt, but it would also mean if you're running 2 or 3 hulks with like an orca, you're not burning through a belt in less than 30 minutes. You know, you can stay, there's less transitional time and stuff like that, but any change like that is going to affect the market, right? Like, if just like how it did for ice, if they increase like high sec, low sec, and ore anomalies and null sec, if they increase that volume of those rocks, a lot of those prices would actually kind of tank, kind of like ice products did. And ice never really did recover. I was actually I made a fortune with mining ice and null sec before the bump to that. So I mean, I was thinking about the other day, I was like, you know, what changes if like CCP sat me down and it's like, hey, what would you like to see changed for industry or mining or whatever, and like really I mean, per convenience. Like the only thing I can really think of is like maybe rock size, because I feel like the yield from the mining shift is fine. I still would like to see. Actually, I do have something I want, but they'll never do it. I want drone mining back in some capacity, even if it means sacrificing tank or survivability. Like give me a faction orca that has a really good like drone mining boost, but it's not necessarily for boosting. Have the regular orca be the mining foreman, the mining burst and all that, but give me like a faction variant, like a pirate variant